before we actually answer the question of today's lecture, is there a God? It's the question. Is there a God? It might be useful to explore the meaning of some words. So the first thing that we would like to ask is, what is a God? Actually, I'd like to ask you that question. What is a God? I'm not asking you what is the God. I'm asking, what is a God? What makes something a God? So there you go. It's a question. Question needs an answer. You can sit here all night. So you can try and answer my question. What is... If you don't answer me, I'll just pick on people and say, you give me something. So either you can volunteer, right, and you can put your hand up and give me... Yeah, go on, sister, yes.
Someone who's created the universe?
Okay, I specifically said, although Jazakallah khair for that, and very courageous for, you know, being the first person, but I did specifically say, I didn't want to know what is the God. Yeah, didn't I say that? I want to know what is a God. So, for example, did Ganesh create the universe? Do Hindus believe that Ganesh created the universe? Huh? No? No. I mean, he didn't. They don't, right? Or, you know, Aphrodite, yeah, the goddess of love. Do they believe that she created the universe? No. Okay, but she's still a goddess. And Krishna or whoever, or Ganesh is still a God. So I'm not asking for a definition of the creator. I'm asking, what is a God, not the God. Yes, sister?
Something you worship.
Okay, something that you worship, or something that is worshipped. Okay, that's a good start. That's a very good start. Still not enough, though. We want something else. What we want to know, okay, is why do people worship things then? It's very important. Why do people worship things? Why do they worship these gods? Come on, everyone. Good. First brother. Amazing. Yeah, go on. Okay. So they believe in a higher being than themselves. Right? Some people may imagine that David Beckham is a being than themselves. Actually, some people might worship David Beckham, but certainly they might believe he's superior in some things. But it's still, okay, so, okay, all you've made now is, we've gone back a bit and we've answered, or we've gone back to what is a God. It's something that people believe is a higher being. But we've moved on a bit because the sister, alhamdulillah, mashallah, she said something which quite rightly, it's something that people worship. So now we want to explore, why do people worship things? What's worship all about? What does it involve, worship?
Because the people think God can do anything and they give us everything.
Good. That's very good. Okay, excellent. People worship these gods because they think that those gods can give them something. They think that by worshipping these things, they can get something from those gods. So they imagine that by worshipping this thing, or they believe that this God can give them what they want and what they need. So, a God is something that people believe can give them what they want and what they need. That's what a God is. Right? Okay? Now, often in religions, people have different gods for different things. Right? So in some religions, you will find that they have a particular God that if you're fighting a war and you want to win, then you worship the God of war. Right? Like Mars, for example, originally was a god of war. Right? Mars is one of the gods of war of the ancient Greeks. Okay? And by the way, could everyone please turn their mobile phones off or put them on silent? The brother forgot to mention that. Or, for example, if you want the rain to fall, they worship the rain god. If they, want someone to love them, they might worship the god or goddess of love, right? So people often in some religions, they have different gods for different things. They worship this god, and they think that by worshiping it, they're going to get what they want and get what they need. I used to be a Roman Catholic. In the Roman Catholic faith, they had different saints for different things. The patron saint of travel, the patron saint of art. If you lost something, they used to tell us, if you've lost something, pray to Saint Anthony and he'll help you find it. He was the saint of lost things. Okay? So it's the same, really. There's no difference from praying to saints or praying to, because at the end of the day, when they pray, whatever you pray to, whatever you worship, you think that that thing, by worshiping and praying and sacrificing and serving that God, that's how you will get what you want and what you need. And usually there is a set of rituals, a set of functions. It may be prayer, it may be sacrifice, it may be giving offerings, and these things can reach extremes, including, for example, human sacrifice. In some religions, humans were sacrificed to these gods. Like the Aztecs, for example, they used to practice human sacrifice. So this is the religion. This is the religion, the worship of these gods is the ritualized behavior. The things that people do in order to get what they want from those gods. Yeah? Okay? So these are the gods, and this is the religion. This is the worship of those gods. Right? Okay, so this is what a God is. A God is what people believe is going to give them what they want and what they need. And so people worship those gods, and they pray to them, sacrifice to them, and so on and so forth. So if we think, now let's go back and answer our question. Is there a God? Right. Well, no one could deny that there's not only a God, there are actually probably countless millions of gods. Because whatever people put their faith in and their hope in and their trust in, whatever people believe is going to give them what they want and what they need, that's their God. So everybody has a God of some degree or another, because everybody puts their faith. And these gods are not always idols. They're not always saints. They're not always, people or things. Often these gods can also be ideas. They can be concepts. Because people put their faith and trust in many different things. Not only idols and saints and prophets and so on and so forth. No, they also put their faith and trust in ideologies, communism, science. Right? So these also can be gods.